Okay, and here we are, City Heroes Video Tours. This is going to be a slightly revised video to replace my previous video about the Bicentennial and Party Animal badges. It seems issue 28, page 2, they relocated one of the plaques for the Bicentennial History badge. So, we're just going to go through and we're going to redo the video and show you how to get that badge. This is the route that I take. There's no specific order for how you get the plaques for Bicentennial badge. As long as you eventually click them all, you'll get the badge. This is simply the order that I go in because I have found it to be rather efficient and effective. To each their own. We're starting here in King's Row, as you can see. Slightly move the map there. Alright. And we got the first one up on the board. So, for coordinates. So let's go ahead. Take note of those coordinates on the screen because those are the coordinate settings for the 3 plaques in this zone. Okay, here's the first one. First one of 20. Okay. Feel free to pause the video if you want to read them. Let's move on. I like to take the one that's furthest north in the zone first, then get the middle one, then go down to the last one, then we'll circle back up to the SG portal to go to the next zone that I use to get the plaques. I have found this to be a rather efficient pattern, but again, it's whatever you want to do. Okay? Diversity of gameplay. Here's the next one. Feel free to pause the video if you want to read it. Okay, this is the next one right here. Hit that. Little memorial plaque to the fallen statesman. Alright. Alright, moving on. From here we go to Perez Park, and I just go through SG base, so hold please, I'll see you in Perez. Now entering Perez Park. And the coordinates up on the board, not that I really need them because the plaque is right here, right next to the portal. Very efficient. Okay, coordinates up on the board for the next one, which is in Terra Volta. See you there. Okay, once again, cutting through base to get to Terra Volta from Perez. And here we are at the plaque. Okay. Which, by the way, putting us here is good because the next two we're going to go for are in Independence Port. So, from here, coordinates up on the board. There we are. And now we just cut right through here to Independence Port. Ta-da! And we're closest to the southern train, so we're just gonna go there. The next one's up by the northern train, but we'll just take southern train to the north train and grab the plaque over there. Okay. Now for the next set of coordinates, again by the northern train. Again, feel free to pause the video to read that if you want, or just read it when you go ahead and go for the plaques yourself. And here it is. Alright, now we're off to Atlas Park. I could take the train, but no. From an efficiency standpoint, the train would not be the best way. Instead, I'm going to LFG to Atlas Park. And yes, you can do that if you select the Hydra Trial. This will put me in Atlas near the one of the first plaques. So okay, so we have coordinates up on the board. And as you can see, right from where we materialized, first of the plaques. And the second one's fairly close from here. And for the third bicentennial plaque in here. And the next one's up in the hollows. Okay, now entering the hollows. For the one plaque that's next, there's one in the hollows, so we gotta go here to these coordinates. If you have unlocked the Cavern of Transcendence, you could warp to the contact for it, but that puts you in the southern area of the hollows. SG base portal is a little bit closer, so for efficiency's sake, you might want to cut through your base to get through to the hollows. But that's up to you. Alright. Next up, we're going to Steel Canyon for a couple of them. Good old LFG. this. Okay. 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 Also, while we're here, we're going to get the first of the 3 map badges that add up to the Party Animal map badge. There's 3 spots you gotta visit to get it. It's real easy. I kind of combine it with this simply because it's sufficient that way. You gotta visit Paragon Dance Party, Pocket D, and then the Studio Club over in Pretoria, which is their version of Pocket D. There's also a Steel Canyon map badge right by this door. Okay. Ta-da! We just got 1/3 of the Party Animal badge just by walking in there. Hallelujah. Alright, next up. We're going to Skyway. Okay. 1 plaque in the zone. These are the coordinates. It's actually very close to where we're at. Ta-da! And there it is. Perfect. Alright, our next stop. Talos Island, or Talos. Tomato, tomato. Got 1 plaque to pick up in there. Okay. Here we are. Okay, new coordinates up on the board. There we are. Let's see. There we are. Those coordinates are for Brickstown. Okay, next two sets of coordinates are up on the board. From here, we're going to Founders, which means we'll just LFG to Numina. Always got to get the closer coordinates first, you don't have to circle around. So here's the first one of Founders. Okay. The next one is the one that they changed locations of. It's still in Callisti Wharf, but with the recent renovation to Callisti Wharf, they decided to move the plaque location, which perfectly fine. So, adjust the LFG. We're going to LFG over to Callisti Wharf by going to Market Crash. Or cut through your supergroup base if you want to just do that. It's up to you. Okay. Moment, please. I seem to have made a slight miscalculation. I could have sworn I selected Market Crash, but I must have didn't really toggle tree spec as well. Oh well. No big deal. Yep. It used to be in the southern area of the Western Peninsula. They've moved it over to Theater Row instead. Again, perfectly fine. Things are always subject to change when they do an update to an MMO. So. And see my other video for the tour of Callisti Wharf, or where the new map badges and the new plaques are at. Remember too, Callisti Wharf is a level 40 minimum zone. It always was. Still is. So if you're sending a below level 40 character into here, well, hope you got some good stealth. It's not the quiet, uninvolved, safe zone that it used to be. Okay, one final stop, and Bicentennial badge should ding. It's in Peregrine Island. Now, I could LFG to Terra Volta 3 respec and get into Peregrine, or I could warp through my base portal to get to Peregrine, but that really wouldn't do much good, because the plaque is in the southern area, and those two other destinations will put you in the northern end. But Ouroboros, on the other hand, puts you in southern Peregrine, which is exactly where we want to be. So here we go. It's right there. Bicentennial badge. Okay. But we're not done. We gotta go ahead and get that party animal mat badge knocked out of the way. Next stop. Pocket D. We went to the Paragon Dance Club in Steel for the first part. Entering Pocket D gives you the next part. Then from here, we click this nifty little portal here. Ta-da! We're now in Pretoria's version of Pocket D, and the Party Animal badge just dinged. So that's that. I had to modify the vid because of where they put the Callisti Wharf plaque. Perfectly fine. So disregard the previous one. This is now the current video for Bicentennial badge and Party Animal badge. So, hope you enjoyed. And that's going to be a cut and a print and a wrap on this one. We'll see you on the next video. And as always, go ahead and turn your computer off and go outside and play. I'll see you on the next one.